Yeah. So let's start. So we have random variable. So what it does, it maps every outcome into the sample to a real number. So we are saying if a random variable x can assume only a finite set of values, then it's called discrete random variable. For example, success and failure, right? So if let's say we are saying tomorrow is a match, so one team is going to lose and one team is going to win. So there are only two possible outcomes. One is winning and other one is losing. Let's say if you are saying in number of hours, how many customers are going to visit my shop. So it cannot be infinite. It will be finite only. 10 people, 15 people. And it cannot be like 15.2, right? Number of people will be a whole number. So that is known as random variable. Any concerns or any doubts here?
Any other example of random variable? Like,
These are the examples. For example, credit rating, we have number of
okay.
orders, customer churn. These are all examples, right? Because these can be a whole number. Can customer churn will be 1.5,
Got it, got it.
right? Number of orders can also be a whole number. And credit rating can also be like, for example, this is a credit rating example, A, B, C, D, triple A, double A, single A, all that. And then we have probability mass function. So two things we need to understand. One is probability mass function and another one is cumulative distributive function. Let me see where is that. Cumulative distribution function. Okay, I'll explain it here only. So we have probability mass function. So probability mass function is, you can say, function that maps each outcome of a random experiment to a specific probability. So for example, what is the probability that my rating will be triple A? So this is probability mass function. I'll take the last class example that will be more clear. This one. So here you see, if I ask you what is the probability that customer will click on exactly two advertisements, what is the probability if it will click on exactly two advertisements? Exactly two.
15 by 50.
15 by 50 or 15 by 2500?
So sorry, 2500. Sorry. 2500.
It will be 15 by 2500.
Yeah.
Everyone is clear in this? And what if I say that what is the probability that a person will click on at least two advertisements? Then
Then 20 by 2500.
20 by
2500.
2500.
Yeah.
So when we say that exactly, when we say what is the probability at that particular point, it's known as probability density. Exactly two. When we say at least or at most, it's known as cumulative. Because how we can write at least two, let's say at least two is add 2 plus 3, right? So this is known as cumulative functions, right? And if I say at most 3, then the probability will be 50 by 2500 because probability of clicking on single advertisement 2 plus 3, right? So this is the difference between probability mass functions and cumulative distributive. Any doubt here?
Can you please explain one more time? Means at least and at most.
So when I'm saying at least 2, what are all things that are fitting in the criteria? 2 and 3, minimum 2. I'm saying at least 2 means minimum 2 advertisement person should have clicked upon. So 3 is also greater than 2 and minimum 2. 1 will not be specifying that criteria,
Yes,
right?
you're right.
So when I'm saying at least 2, it means 2 and 3. 2 and 3. When I'm saying exactly 2, it means just 2. It means just 2. Right? So
Yes, right.
when I'm saying exactly equal to something, this is known as probability mass function. And when I'm saying at least or at most, it means cumulative distribution function. That's what I have written here. If you see here, if we go, P of X is equals to triple A. What is the probability that we will get this much rating? Let's say ratings are A. What is the probability? It's A, B, C, D. Suppose these are credit ratings. Now D is the lowest. So I'm saying that there are A, B, C, D. These are the credit ratings. If I'm saying what is the probability that I will get a credit rating of C equal to A, then this is known as probability mass function, right? And what if I say that if I'm getting a probability of P of less than equal to A, then this is known as cumulative distribution function. And this will be 1 because less than equal to A means A and B and C and D. Is it clear? The difference between probability mass function and cumulative distributive function?
Repeat once, please.
Who wants to volunteer?
Should I?
Yeah, sure.
See,
Okay.
in probability mass function, it's like a simple, if we want exactly focusing on one number. See, if in case of
Okay,
yeah.
let me ask you. So let's say you are in a class and I'm saying there are 50 students in the class,
Yes,
right?
you're right.
50 students in a class.
Yes, right.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
tell me the probability
Yeah,
of those students who have got equal to 80 marks.
equal to 80 marks. It's a
Yes.
PMF because
So what you will wait. So
Hmm.
what you will do, you will understand how many of the students have got 80 marks, exactly 80 marks, and divided by number of students, total number of students in the class. Correct?
Yes, correct.
What if I say that tell me all the students who have got equal to or less than 80 marks? Then everyone who has got less than 80 marks and equal to 80 marks, you will count all those students and calculate the probability. You will not consider those ones who have higher than 80 marks. Correct?
Yes, correct.
So when I'm saying equal to, it means the probability at a single instance, that just single point, and it is known as
PMF.
probability mass function.
Yeah.
And when I'm saying less than equal to, it means
CMF.
cumulative distributive function.
Sorry,
Now, when I'm saying probability mass function, let's consider this as a graph. Wait, let's say this is a graph, right? Marks. And
yes.
I'm saying probability at this is 80. Now I'm saying probability at 80. So this will be the probability. Let's say here we have probabilities. So this is 80,
Yes, right.
this is 80, and this
Yes,
will be the probability, right?
yes,
So this
right.
is probability density function. Now, what if I say that less than equal to 80, what it will be? It will be everyone who has got less than 80. That's why the name is cumulative distribution function. What is cumulative? The sum of all, right? So
Yes.
everyone who has got marks till 80 will be the cumulative distributive function. Is it clear now to everyone?
Yeah, it's clear now.